Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are starting our exercise 2.3 of our second chapter polynomials of class 10. So let's move on to our first question, which is divide the polynomial p of x by the polynomial g of x and find the quotient and remainder in each of the following and verify the division algorithm. Now this division algorithm we have discussed in detail in our first chapter real numbers. Please refer to the video of real numbers. So let's move on to our first question, which is p of x is equal to x cube minus 3x plus 5x minus 3 and g of x equals x square minus 2. So let's start our division. So we write x cube minus 3x square plus 5x minus 3 inside, which will be our dividend. And what is our divisor? It is x square minus 2. Now, how will you find the first term of the quotient? For that, we divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. That is x cube by x square, which you get the answer as x. So, our first term of the quotient is x. So, how do you get the answer as? You get it as x cube minus 2x. Now, where do I write this minus 2x? I write it under the term having the same variable. Your 5x is the term having the variable x. So, I write the minus 2x here. Now, for subtracting, what do? We have to first reverse the sign. So here it is plus, so I make it minus. Here it is minus, so I reverse the sign and write it as plus. So now what do we get? We get x cube minus x cube is 0 minus 3x square. We write it as such, plus 5x plus 2x. We get 7x minus 3. Now, how do you find the second term of the quotient? For that, we divide the first term of our remainder, which we have got here, which is minus 3x square by the first term of our divisor, which is x square. And so we get the answer as minus 3, which will be our second term of our quotient. Now, when you multiply this x square minus 2 by minus 3, what do you get? You get minus 3x square minus 3 into minus 2x plus 6. Now, where do you write this plus 6? Below minus 3. Next is to reverse the sign. So, this becomes plus, this becomes minus, this gets cancelled. What is remaining? 7x minus 3 minus 6. What is that? That is minus 9. Now, we stop our division here. Why? Because the degree of this polynomial, which we have got as a remainder, is less than the degree of our divisor. Means here the degree is 1, which is less than the degree of the divisor, which is 2. And then we stop our division. So what have we got our quotient as? Quotient is equal to x minus 3 and remainder is equal to 7x minus 9. Now, we are not over with the question. There is one more part to be verified. It is, we need to verify the division algorithm. So, let's verify the division algorithm. What is a division algorithm? Dividend equals quotient into divisor plus remainder. So, let's write it here. Dividend equals divisor into quotient plus remainder. Let's write this as LHS and this as our RHS. And let us take our RHS. Now, what is our RHS? Divisor. Which is our divisor? X square minus 2. So, x square minus 2 into quotient is x minus 3. X minus 3 plus, what is our remainder? 7x minus 9. 7x minus 9. Now, let us simplify this. So, what do you get? This is equal to x cube minus 3x square minus 2x plus 6 plus 7x minus 9. Now, this x cube, I write it as such, minus 3x square minus 2x plus 7x. What do you get? Plus 5x. Now, plus 6 minus 9. You get minus 3. Now, let us check whether this is same as our dividend. What is our dividend? X cube minus 3x square plus 5x minus 3. And hence, this is equal to our RHS. So this is how we verify our division algorithm. Now let's move on to our next question, which is part 2. This is our second question, which is p of x is equal to x raised to 4 minus 3x square plus 4x plus 5 and g of x is equal to x square plus 1 minus x. So first thing you have to do is rearrange your given polynomial in the decreasing order of the powers of the variables. So how do we do that? We get p of x is equal to x raised to 4 plus 0x cube minus 3x square plus 4x plus 5, and g of x, you get it as x square minus x plus 1. So now let's start our division. That is, you write the dividend here, which is x raised to 4 plus 0 minus 3x square plus 4x plus 5, and your divisor is x square minus x plus 1. To find out the first term of the quotient, what do? You divide the first term of the dividend by first term of the divisor. So you get x square. So here x square. So what you write here? X square into x square, x raised to 4 minus x into x square minus x cube plus 1 into x square plus x square. Now you reverse the sign, so this will become minus, plus and minus. So this gets cancelled, remaining x cube minus 3x square minus x square will become minus 4x square plus 4x plus 5. Now let's find the second term of the quotient, and that is dividing the first term of the remainder by the first term of the divisor. So you get x. So here, what do you get the second term of the quotient as? X. So what do you write here? It becomes x cube minus x into x. You get it as minus x square plus 1 into x. You get it as x. Now reverse the signs. This becomes minus, plus, minus. Now this gets cancelled. What is remaining? Minus 4x square plus x square is minus 3x square. Plus 4x minus x is plus 3x plus 5. Now how do you find the third term of the quotient? By dividing the first term of the remainder, which we have got here, by the first term of the divisor. So answer is minus 3. So this will become our third term of the quotient. So what do you write here? Minus 3x square minus 3 into minus x. That will become plus 3x minus 3 into plus 1. That will become minus 3. Now let's reverse the signs. This become plus, minus, plus. So this gets cancelled, this gets cancelled. What is remaining? 5 plus 3, which is 8. So what have we got a remainder as? 8. So our quotient q of x is equal to x square plus x minus 3, and remainder is 8. Now our next step is the verification part. So let's do our verification here. That is, dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. This will become our LHS, this will become our RHS. So let's start with our RHS, which is divisor. What is a divisor? X square minus x plus 1. So x square minus x plus 1 into quotient. What is our quotient? X square plus x minus 3. X square plus x minus 3 plus remainder is 8. So now let's open our bracket. So you get it as x square into x square, x raised to 4, x square into x. You get it as x cube. This becomes minus 3x square. Now again with minus x you get minus x cube minus x square plus 3x plus x square plus x minus 3 plus 8. Now let us simplify with the like terms. That is x raised to 4, I write it as such. Now which all are the x cube terms? X cube minus x cube. This gets cancelled. Then x square terms, minus 3x square minus x square becomes minus 4x square. Now minus 4x square plus x square becomes minus 3x square minus 3x square. Now let's go for the x terms, that is plus 3x plus x, that becomes plus 4x. Now minus 3 plus 8, what is that? Plus 5. Now let's check whether it is same as our RHS, that is x raised to 4 minus 3x square plus 4x plus 5. So this is equal to RHS, hence verified. Now let's move on to our next question, which is part 3. So this is our part 3, which is p of x is equal to x raised to 4 minus 5x plus 6 and g of x is 2 minus x square. So now let's rearrange this. So you get p of x is equal to x raised to 4 plus 0x cube plus 0x square minus 5x plus 6, and g of x is equal to minus x square plus 2. So now let's start our division, where you write our dividend here, which is x raised to 4 plus 0x cube plus 0x square minus 5x plus 6, and the divisor is minus x square plus 2. Now how do you get the first term of the quotient? You divide x raised to 4 by minus x square. What do you get? Minus x square. So you write minus x square here. Then what do you get here? Minus x square into minus x square is plus x raised to 4. Now minus x square into plus 2 is minus 2x square. So I write minus 2x square here. Now when you perform the subtraction, you reverse the sign. So this becomes minus, this becomes plus. So what do you get? This gets cancelled, 0, it is 0 here, and here it is plus 2x square minus 5x plus 6. Now how do you find the next term of the quotient? You divide 2x square by minus x square, which is minus 2. So minus 2 is our second term of the quotient. So what do you get here? Minus 2 into minus x square is 2x square. Minus 2 into plus 2 is minus 4. Alright, minus 4 here, reversing the sign, this becomes minus, this becomes plus. So what do you get? Minus 5x plus 10. So this is our remainder. So what is our q of x? Q of x is equal to minus x square minus 2, and r of x is equal to minus 5x plus 10. Now what is our next part? Next part is our verification part. So let's try our verification. That is, dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Let this be LHS, this be RHS. So first let us try our RHS. What is our RHS? Our RHS is divisor into quotient. What is our divisor? Minus x square plus 2 into, what is our quotient? Minus x square minus 2. Minus x square minus 2 plus, what is our remainder? Minus 5x plus 10. Minus 5x plus 10. Now this is of the form a plus b into a minus b, that is a square minus b square. So this becomes x raised to 4 minus 4 minus 5x plus 10, which is equal to x raised to 4 minus 5x plus 6. So this is equal to our LHS, therefore LHS equal to RHS, hence verified. So now let's move on to our next question, which is question number 2. So this is a question, that is, check whether the first polynomial is a factor of the second polynomial by dividing the second polynomial by the first polynomial. And in part 1 they have given the first polynomial as t square minus 3 and 2t raised to 4 plus 3t cube minus 2t square minus 9t minus 12. So let's do our division here. So let's write the dividend, which is 2t raised to 4 plus 3t cube minus 2t square minus 9t minus 12. And the divisor is t square minus 3. How do we find the first term? 2t raised to 4 by t square. You get 2t square. So you write 2t square here. What do you get here? 2t square into t square is 2t raised to 4 minus 3 into 2t square is minus 6t square, which is minus 6t square. Reversing the signs, minus plus. What do you get? 3t cube minus 2 plus 6 is plus 4t square minus 9t minus 12. Now to find the second term of the quotient, you divide 3t cube by t square. You get 3t. So the second term is 3t. So now 3t into t square is 3t cube. 3t cube. 3t into minus 3 is minus 9t. So minus 9t. Now reversing the signs, minus plus. So this becomes 4t square minus 9t plus 9t gets cancelled, remaining minus 12. Now to find out the next term, what do we do? 4t square by t square. So what do you get? 4. So our third term is 4. So you get 4t square minus 12 and the remainder 0. Now here you have got the remainder 0, so we can say that the given polynomial t square minus 3 is a factor of 2t raised to 4 plus 3t cube minus 2t square minus 9t minus 12. So that is our answer. Let's move on to our next question, which is part 2. Now this is our part 2, which is x square plus 3x plus 1, and the other polynomial is 3x raised to 4 plus 5x cube minus 7x square plus 2x plus 2. So let's start our division. We write the dividend, which is 3x raised to 4 plus 5x cube minus 7x square plus 2x plus 2, and the divisor is x square plus 3x plus 1. So let's find out the first term, which is 3x raised to 4 by x square. You get 3x square. So you write 3x square here, and what do you get here? 3x square into x square is 3x raised to 4. 3x square into 3x is 9x cube. So plus 9x cube. 3x square into 1 is 3x square plus 3x square. Now you reverse the signs, this becomes minus, minus, minus. This gets cancelled. 5 minus 9, it is minus 4x cube minus 7 minus 3, that is minus 10x square plus 2x plus 2. Now let's find the next term of the quotient, that is minus 4x cube by x square. So what do you get? You get minus 4x. So here we write minus 4x. Now what do you get here? Minus 4x into x square. So that is minus 4x cube minus 4x into plus 3x. So that is minus 12x square. So that is minus 12x square. Now minus 4x into 1. So that is minus 4x. Now you reverse the signs. So this becomes plus, plus, plus. So what do you get? This gets cancelled. Minus 10 plus 12. So that is 2x square plus 2 plus 4. So that is plus 6x plus 2. Now how do you find the third term of the quotient? 2x square by x square is equal to 2. So plus 2 here. What do you get here? 2x square plus 6x plus 2. When you subtract, you reverse the sign, it becomes minus, minus and minus. You get the remainder 0. So this shows that x square plus 3x plus 1 is a factor of 3x raised to 4 plus 5x cube minus 7x square plus 2x plus 2. So now let's move on to our next question, which is part 3. So this is our third part, which is x cube minus 3x plus 1 and x raised to 5 minus 4x cube plus x square plus 3x plus 1. So let us do our division. So you write the dividend first, which is x raised to 5 minus 4x cube plus x square plus 3x plus 1, and our divisor is x cube minus 3x plus 1. So how do you get the first term of the quotient? X raised to 5 by x cube, you get x square. You write x square here, and what comes here? X square into x cube becomes x raised to 5, x square into minus 3x, so that is minus 3x cube. Now x square into 1 is plus x square. Now let us reverse the signs. It's become minus, plus, minus. This gets cancelled. Minus 4 plus 3 is minus x cube. This gets cancelled again. Plus 3x plus 1. Now how do you find the second term? Minus x cube by x cube. You get minus 1. So our second term of the quotient is minus 1. So what you get here is minus x cube plus 3x minus 1. Now reversing the signs, this becomes plus, this becomes minus, and this becomes plus. So what is said? This gets cancelled, this gets cancelled. 1 plus 1 is 2. Now since we have a remainder 2, so that is since r of x is equal to 2, the given polynomial x cube minus 3x plus 1 is not a factor of x raised to 5 minus 4x cube plus x square plus 3x plus 1. This is our answer. So now let's move on to our next question, which is question number 3. So this is a third question, that is obtain all the other zeros of 3x raised to 4 plus 6x cube minus 2x square minus 10x minus 5 if two of its zeros are root 5 by 3 and minus root 5 by 3. Now this is a Cbse question. It was asked in the year 2012. So let's see how to find out the answer. Now it is given that a root of 5 by 3 and minus root of 5 by 3 are zeros. So by the factor theorem, how can you write? X minus root 5 by 3 into x plus root 5 by 3 is a factor. Now, how can you simplify this? This is of the form a minus b into a plus b. So, this can be written as a square minus b square. So, this is x square minus 5 by 3 is a factor. Now, since you have got x square minus 5 by 3 as a factor, what can you do? You can divide the given polynomial by this x square minus 5 by 3 and you get the remainder 0. So let's check the division. Now I have taken it down and written here the polynomial which was given was 3x raised to 4 plus 6x cube minus 2x square minus 10x minus 5, and the factor which we got was x square minus 5 by 3. So how do you find the first term of the quotient? You divide 3x raised to 4 by x square. You get 3x square. So our first term here is 3x square. Now 3x square into x square is 3x raised to 4. Now 3x square minus 5 by 3. I'll just do it here. 3x square into minus 5 by 3. What do you get? 3 gets cancelled. Answer is minus 5x square. So I write minus 5x square here. Now reversing the signs, I get minus. Here it becomes plus. So what is the remainder? 6x cube minus 2 plus 5. That is plus 3x square minus 10x minus 5. Now what is the second term? It is 6x cube minus x square. You get 6x. So here you write 6x. So 6x into x square is 6x cube. 6x cube. Now 6x into minus 5 by 3. I'll do it here. 6x into minus 5 by 3. 3 2s are 6. So 5 2s are 10. So minus 10x. So minus 10x. Reversing the sign, you get minus here, plus here. So the remainder is 3x square. This gets cancelled. Minus 5. Now how do you find the next term? 3x square by x square, which is 3. So here it becomes plus 3. So 3 into x square is 3x square. Minus 5 by 3 into 3 is minus 5. Reversing the sign, this becomes minus, this becomes plus. You get the remainder 0. So now you have got the other factor. So we can write other zeros are given by the polynomial. Which polynomial? 3x square plus 6x plus 3. So if you factorize this polynomial, you can get the other factor. So now let's factorize this polynomial. Now this is a polynomial 3x square plus 6x plus 3. Now if you are given with a polynomial to find zeros, what do? You equate it to 0. So let's write 3x square plus 6x plus 3 equals 0. Then how can you write? I can take 3 common. I get x square plus 2x plus 1 equals 0. This can be written as x square plus 2x plus 1 equals 0. Now this is of the form x plus 1 the whole square. So I can write it as x plus 1 the whole square equals 0. That is x is equal to minus 1 minus 1. Therefore the other zeros are minus 1 comma minus 1. This is your answer. So now let's move on to our next question, which is question number 4. So this is our fourth question on dividing x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 2 by a polynomial g of x. The quotient and remainder were x minus 2 and minus 2x plus 4. So I am writing the quotient here. Quotient q of x is equal to x minus 2 and the remainder r of x is equal to minus 2x plus 4. Then you have to find g of x. So what is our division algorithm? P of x is equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x. Now what is this p of x? P of x is given as x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 2 is equal to g of x is what you have to find out into what is q of x? Q of x is x minus 2 plus what is r of x? R of x is minus 2x plus 4. So now let us rearrange. Let's keep the gx here and bring all the others to the other side. So this becomes x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 2. Taking this minus 2x aside, plus 2x plus 4 comes this side, it becomes minus 4 is equal to g of x into x minus 2. Now let's simplify this. X cube minus 3x square plus x plus 2x. So that is plus 3x plus 2 minus 4. So that is minus 2 is equal to g of x into x minus 2. Which implies g of x is equal to x cube minus 3x square plus 3x minus 2 by x minus 2. Now we can find the g of x by performing a division. So I have taken it down and written here. It is x cube minus 3x square plus 3x minus 2 divided by x minus 2. So to perform our division, let us find the first term of the coefficient. How is that? X cube by x. So what do you get? X square. So I write x square here. X square into x is x cube. X square into minus 2 is minus 2x square. So reversing the signs, this becomes minus, this becomes plus, gets cancelled. Minus 3 plus 2 is minus x square plus 3x minus 2. How to find out the second term? Minus x square by x. You get minus x. So my second term in the quotient is minus x. So minus x into x is minus x square. Minus x into minus 2 is plus 2x. So reversing the sign, this becomes plus, this becomes minus. So 3 minus 2 is 1. So this becomes x minus 2. So now you have got the remainder as x minus 2 and our divisor is x minus 2. So what will be our third term of our quotient? It is plus 1. So you get x minus 2. Reversing the signs, this becomes minus, this becomes plus. You get the remainder 0. So what is our g of x? Our question was to find g of x. Our g of x is x square minus x plus 1. This is our answer. So now let's move on to our next question, which is question number 5. So this is the fifth question. Give examples of polynomial p of x, g of x, q of x and r of x which satisfy the division algorithm. And the first condition is degree of p of x is equal to degree of q of x. So let us find the general form in the division. How do you write this dividend as? This becomes p of x, this is g of x and this is q of x and this you call it as r of x, right? So for the degree of the polynomial to be same as the degree of the quotient, what should g of x be? G of x should be a constant. It cannot take any variable as it will change the degree of the q of x. So let p of x is equal to 3x square minus 3x plus 21 and I am taking g of x as 3. Then let us find the q of x and r of x. Now how do you find the q of x? You divide p of x by g of x. So p of x by g of x is equal to 3 into x square minus 3x plus 21 by 3. Now here you need not perform the full division because g of x is just a constant. You can directly cancel. From here you can take 3 common. So this becomes 3 into x square minus x plus 7 by 3. 3 gets cancelled. So you get x square minus x plus 7. So what did you get your q of x as? Q of x is equal to x square minus x plus 7 and our remainder is 0. So I am writing it here. We get p of x, g of x, q of x is equal to x square minus x plus 7 and r of x is equal to 0. Now let's verify the division algorithm. Now what is our division algorithm? P of x is equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x. So let's name this as LHS and this as RHS. So let's first take our RHS. What is our RHS? RHS is g of x, which is 3, into q of x, which is x square minus x plus 7 plus what is our remainder? 0. So you get the answer as 3x square minus x plus 21. Is it the same as our LHS? So now we have verified our division algorithm. So now let's move on to our next part, which is part 2. So this is our part 2 and the condition is degree of q of x is equal to degree of r of x. So how do we represent our division generally? Here you write px, here you write g of x, here you get the q of x and here you get the remainder r of x. So now they have asked to find out a polynomial where the degree of q of x is equal to degree of r of x, and also it satisfies the division algorithm. So let's take the polynomial p of x as 2x square plus 2x plus 2, and I am taking the g of x as x square plus x plus 1, because I want the degree of q of x same as the degree of r of x. So now let's check whether their degrees are same. For that we are dividing p of x by g of x. What do you get? 2x square plus 2x plus 2 by x square plus x plus 1. From here you can take 2 common. So what happens? 2 into x square plus x plus 1 by x square plus x plus 1. So this and this gets cancelled. You get the quotient as 2. So you get here q of x equal 2 and r of x equals 0. So now let's see whether the degree of q of x and degree of r of x is same. What is our degree of q of x? Our quotient is 2. The degree is 0. And what is our remainder? Our remainder is 0 and the degree is again 0. Therefore, the degree of q of x is equal to degree of r of x. Now our next part is to check the division algorithm. So let's check the division algorithm. So the division algorithm is p of x is equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x. Now let us put it as LHS and RHS. So let's take the RHS. What is our RHS? G of x. What is our G of x? X square plus x plus 1 into q of x. What is our q of x? Into 2 plus. What is our remainder? 0. So this becomes 2x square plus 2x plus 2. Now this is same as our LHS, which is 2x square plus 2x plus 2. Hence we have verified the division algorithm also. So now let's move on to our part 3. Now this is our part 3. The condition given is degree of r of x equals 0. Now for our part 1 and part 2, we had taken different p of x and g of x. In both the cases we had our reminders 0. So for this you can consider any of part 1 or part 2. So that is all for the exercise 2.3. So see you in the next class. Till then.